The MTA-Bridgestone Trucking Hero Award was created to recognize acts of heroism that take place in our industry. It's important to recognize these acts and honor these individuals. Not only do they help someone in need, but they can also inspire and encourage others to be better citizens. All acts, no matter how major or minor, are significant. At the time, we cannot know the impact of our actions. But actions that might seem small, going off on a hunch or double checking, can turn out to have major significance. That was exactly the case on New Year's Eve last year. Henrik Hansen, a professional driver with more than 2 decades of experience, was traveling with his friend Norm along Highway 17 in northwestern Ontario.
We started in Sault Ste. Marie at the truck stop and ran together all the way to Nipigon. When we got to Nipigon, he needed to go to the washroom, and I checked fluids level and everything on the trucks, and he came back out limping. And he got back to the truck, and it took a little bit longer than normal, but let the dog out, and then I saw him sitting in the driver's seat, so I figured, okay, he's ready to roll. So I took off. I got to the stop sign, he still hadn't moved, and I didn't see him in the driver's seat anymore. So I called him. And luckily I'd had the headset on because he had gotten back in the bunker because he was hurting and he was laying down to try to feel better. And he said, well, you're already on the road, so just keep going. Something in his voice just didn't sound right, so I went up to the husky, turned around and came right back to the Petropass and knocked on his door, and that's when I found out that he could not move at all and he couldn't get to the phone that was up in the front of the truck.
I laid in the bunk. It was getting worse and worse. I was sweating so bad it felt like somebody dumped a bucket of water over my head. And I just finally said, I guess this is where I'm dying. And all of a sudden there's a knock on the door, but then it was him. I said, phone 911. And he says, what? I says, phone 911. I says, I can't move. So he did. And it was only like maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, the ambulance was there. I got to that little hospital they have there in Nipigon. Within 10 minutes, I had no more pain, none. And I says, and the thing is, the doctor's office was just across the hallway from my room. And he looks up, and because there's a window he could look through, and he looks up and he comes running. I says, I can go back to the truck and drive home now. And the thing is, we were so happy the whole trip because we could make it home New Year's morning, early in the morning. And when I said that I can go back to the truck and drive home, he comes running into the room. He says, what did you say? I says, I have absolutely no more pain. He just turned color, he turned white. And he says, okay, he says, pack him back up, put him back in the ambulance. He's going to Thunder Bay, ASAP. That was the fastest ride I ever had to Thunder Bay. She had the siren going, light flashing. Get to the hospital. As soon as I got in there, I'm swarmed with doctors and nurses. I mean, whoa, what's going on? But then I passed out again. Then I don't remember nothing till the next morning. I was upstairs on the 3rd floor in a room. In Thunder Bay, the physiotherapist had told me that you were lucky. You only had 2 minutes to live when you hit the hospital here. That really got me.
What struck me most in the actions, in Henry's actions, was the humanity of it, the way, the extent to which he was concerned and acted upon his concern proactively, on his concern for the well-being of his body. That is magnificent, and it's a huge role model for what we as a company actually strive for.
There was a feeling. It didn't sound right when he told me to keep going. And well, I just turned around. It was better to go back and check than worry about it all the way home.
Congratulations, Henrik. We are so proud to have you on our team. Norm is the luckiest man in the world for having you as a friend. We all should have a Henrik as a friend, as a neighbor, as a co-worker. The world would be a better place for it.
It's my pleasure to congratulate Henrik Hansen of TransX Group of Companies on being named the 2024 MTA-Bridgestone Trucking Hero Award recipient.